Recent data from 2024 and 2025 showed that the number of out-of-school children in Nigeria has risen to almost 18.3 million, which is a far greater number than in prior years. Why basic education is denied to millions of children in Nigeria, the crisis of children out of school is a complex issue driven by poverty, conflict, and socio-cultural norms. This not only limits their future opportunities, but also perpetuates cycles of poverty and inequality.
Out of school children could be divided into two. One, students that have never been to the four wall of the classroom, and we have students that have been to the school but have dropped out due to one reason or the other. So when we are talking of out of school children, Nigeria as a developing country has one of the greatest percentage of out of school children in the world.
The case of out of school children in Nigeria has become a national plague. It has become an albatross. It's like something that is never going to go away in a very long time. Why am I saying this? If you see, the level of poverty is getting worse by the day. Nigerians were poor in the past, but today they are worse off. They are worse off. The economic situation in Nigeria is better imagined than explained. It's just terrible. It's terrible. Because we talk about basic needs of man. When there is problem, the first thing people think of is feeding. How to feed themselves, how to clothe themselves, how to house themselves. So these are the basic needs of man. It's when all these are in place, especially feeding, that someone will be talking of education. How could you imagine a student who has not eaten for 2 days to sit down and you are pouring theory into their heads?
Poverty, which forces families to put survival before education, causes children to drop out of school or never enroll. Insecurity and conflict, socio-cultural norms, like early marriage for girls and vocational apprenticeship for boys in some areas, and inadequate infrastructure and resources in many schools, like crowded classrooms, inadequate learning materials, and inaccessible transportation, are the main causes of out-of-school children in Nigeria.
Out of school children issue is more of a third world thing. Third world, I mean countries that are developing, most especially African countries. Of course, Nigeria falls into that category. So Nigeria being a third world country, a developing country at that, the number of out of school children continue to rise as a result of poverty is a major factor. And I would like to start with that. There are a number of factors that are responsible for all of this. Poverty is a factor because, of course, education is not cheap. Although governments sometimes try to subsidize education one way or the other. So poverty, yeah, is one of the reasons.
Most parents are unable to afford to send their work to school due to lack of funds. Maybe the parents are unemployed. Also, we have people that believe that, especially the girl child, that they don't need to go to, especially in the northern part of the country, that they believe that the girl child does not have anything to offer. So they don't need to send them to school. Maybe it's their belief or their culture. So, and these are some of the factors that has affected students, that has led to an increase in the percentage of out-of-school children in Nigeria.
The main causes of Nigeria's 10.5 million to 14.8 million out-of-school children aged 5 to 14 as of late 2024 and 2025 include poverty, insecurity, child labor, and socio-cultural orders, especially for northern females. This has a negative effect, making subsequent generations less equipped with necessary skills, causing poverty cycles, and making them more susceptible to unfavorable societal outcomes.
I don't see any positive effect of it. it is negative, negatively negative. The consequence is just too much on the society. It's like the parents are unleashing those children on society. What do I mean? A child that did not go to school, does not have education, the next thing, they become tools in the hands of criminals, in the hands of bandits, in the hands of kidnappers. They give them food, they give them drugs. They give them drugs. I know somebody that's operating under the influence of drug. It's not human. They can do anything. They give them peanuts, go and kill, and they don't look back. Do you get it? Their minds are not refined. They are just a little better than animals. Because they are not educated, they are not enlightened. When we talk of knowledge, knowledge is light. It brightens your mind. You think clearly, you think as a human being. You rationalize. But when people are not educated, they are on the street, they begin to behave like irrational human beings. They are a problem, they are a risk to society, and bigger risk to the future that we are looking at today.
It starts with their willingness, the government, their willingness to ensure that there is no child is left out of school. Their willingness. How would they be willing? They should create some schools. We have dilapidated structures in school. Even parents will be afraid to send their word. And there was a time the government is feeding the school, which encourage parents at least to send their word to school. Because if you are parents, you don't have, maybe in the morning you know that there is no food at home. You are rest assured that your word is going to school. He or she will have a meal there. At least even for the sake of that food, you will have the child to go to school. So the government needs to make policy that will better our educational system. Another thing is, if government can create a conducive environment, make social amenities, make it a priority in school, parents will be willing, even students will be willing to go to school.
In order to alleviate this situation, the government, parents, and community leaders must collaborate in order to lower poverty, provide access to high-quality education, and foster educationally supportive cultural norms. Education is essential as it offers many advantages to children in Nigeria, such as better health, more economic chances, and greater opportunities. Education also encourages critical thinking, empowers people, and advances country progress. Doris Akisomi, reporting for KAFTAN TV News.